With Surging Sparks releasing a year ago this month, let's check in and see what the prices of the cards are now versus a year ago. First up is the Pikachu SAR, which this card is the card that started the recent Pokemon hype market where you can't find cards anywhere. This card a year ago was going for about $450 and stayed that way for a good little while until about March of 25, where it dropped drastically. And it continued to drop until this uptick recently. It currently goes for $274. But if you look at recent sales on TCG Player, it averages out closer to the $300 mark, with PSA 10s of this card going for an average about $900, $950. Just a few months ago, this card was selling in a PSA 10 for about $1,300 to $1,400. Next, we have the Surledge SIR, which this is a really underappreciated card. This is so cool. This card started low, about $15 a year ago, spiked up to nearly $45, but started to fall and fall and fall, and is now back about $16. With recent sales being under that $16 mark, actually closer to $14 if you round it all up. With PSA 10s being about $125 for this card. Next we have the Latios SAR. This card started at about $250, dropped down to about $200 and stayed there for a while. But about March of 25, there was a dip in the market and it is currently going for about $167. With recent sales being under that, again, about 150, 161 is about the average. This card in a PSA 10 will go for about $580. A couple months ago, this card was going over $600, almost $700. Up next, we have the Melodic SAR. This card a year ago was going for about $160, but today you can get one for about $101. With recently solds being under that $100 mark of $99, $95, $97. And PSA 10s of this are actually pretty cheap. About $300 is the average paid. Lastly, we have the Golden Pikachu Secret Rare. This card was going for about $165, but it started to trail down and has finally hit a bottom of about $62. With recent sales being around $50, $54, $55, $57. So this card continues to fall even farther. With PSA 10s of this card averaging about $266, someone getting one for $240, which is a good pickup.